Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hello, friends. My name is Matt Murphy, and this is the Matt Murphy Radio Show. It's a Wednesday edition. We've officially made it to halfway through the week. For those of you that enjoy Saturdays and Sundays, you're halfway there, baby. Halfway. Well, I'm halfway there. I take it back. You're over halfway there because you're probably off. You're in your car. You finished up your Wednesday. You're like, Murphy, what are you talking about? I got Thursday and Friday, then I'm done. I'm halfway there because we're halfway through the show. And then, once the show is done, we got Thursday. And actually, technically, I'm more than halfway there because I'm not here on Friday. But I know who is.
It's me.
It's Cameron Smith. He writes for the Tennessee, and occasionally you hear him speaking great words on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. And Friday will be one of those days, as he will be in for me. I will be off being a degenerate on a real estate junket and financial symposium in Tunica, Mississippi.
That sounds good.
Yeah. My first real estate junket in quite a while. I hope my shoulder holds up.
Well,
You know what a real estate junket is? We go look at real estate.
really?
We go look at plots of land. Jay St. Clair and I do. They're typically they're 18 separate plots of land. And they have beginnings and ends. And we take our clubs and
Tiny little holes everywhere.
tiny little holes everywhere.
Yeah.
That's right. And typically we leave frustrated, more frustrated than when we came. How's it going?
Man, it's been wild, but it's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You look good in that gaming seat.
yeah.
You look
I mean, it feels weird.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
I'm not a great gamer.
I was pretty good on iRacing, which is that race car racing simulation.
I used to be. I don't have anything against video games, but I just kind of stopped playing them one day because my boys were taking up video games, and I'm like, I don't want to set the example that this is a thing that we do all the time, so I don't.
I stopped playing after college, and I took it back up during COVID when we didn't have anything else to do, and my buddy Jay had an iRacing rig, which is an incredible racing simulator.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. And so I put together a rig and spent a lot of money on it, and then and enjoyed it very much, But then I found myself, especially as we were getting out of COVID, I realized I'm spending 2 or 3 hours doing this, and it's enjoyable, but I really feel like there's a better use of my time.
It's because there is.
That's exactly.
And the question I always ask myself is, why? And then once I start asking that question, it pretty quickly unravels that, getting the latest achievement or unlocking the next whatever, it's not real. And so you need to stop.
Yes.
And so,
well, and not knocking it. For people that get enjoyment from it,
sure,
more power to you. So I'm a little discombobulated because I've got a loud turkey in the background.
Yeah, me too.
You looking at him? He's eyeballing you.
I literally see the eyeballs.
He's eyeballing you right now.
He's got an eye on each of you because he's cross-eyed.
He's a little bit cross-eyed, Jackson. You're right. Phineas, Huckleberry, Thomas, J. Turkey.
Those eyes make him look like he roots for the Tide.
It's okay.
Without comment.
No,
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. I just know the Vols have some issues they need to work
I got lots of issues.
He's got a lot of orange to be rooting for the Tide, Jackson.
Yeah.
A lot of orange
Look
on
at
his
what's coming out of his nose.
That's kind of orangey red.
Doesn't look like it to me.
It looks like a big Tennessee booger.
Yeah, I'm still licking my wounds from giving the ball to those Sooners over and over again. Did not go well.
Have you and Ken talked yet?
No.
Oh, Ken, take the floor.
It was bad.
Hey, we had to have those turnovers, man, because I don't know if an Oklahoma team has ever won a game after amassing only 212 yards of total offense.
Yeah, that was so cool to be like, we've won in every statistical category except the score, and that was hurtful. So
turnovers, baby.
It's not
epic fail.
It's not Ty Simpson's fault. Those uniforms are just too similar.
Well, we beat you, so you can't talk anymore.
I can always talk. That's the only thing I can do. I'm not making the playoffs. I'm just going to talk.
Hey, are you going to root?
Wait a minute.
Are you going to root for Vandy?
I would root for.
Hold on a second. I just realized something. You lost, Jackson. Tennessee's lost 3 games this year, right? Is that
you
is
just
that
made
correct?
that connection?
No,
oh, really? You're just now making that connection?
But what teams did you lose to?
We're doing this, Jackson.
We're doing it, Jackson, whether you like it or not. Just can you name them off for me real quick?
The 3 of you.
It's pretty awesome.
It's got to be horrible for you.
And no, I would never root for Vanderbilt.
So if that's your fourth loss, how are you going to cope?
Jeez.
We're
Jackson
not
already
losing to
said what he
Vanderbilt.
was going to do.
He's got the claws out. Jackson, didn't you say that you were going to drink yourself into oblivion if that happens? I think you told me that earlier today.
I'm just glad that glass behind me is bulletproof.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
He's not taking it as well as you think. I'm looking at him.
Yeah, it's tough.
He looks like he's got some claws out. Speaking of claws out, you see Kamala was in town yesterday?
Okay, did you see that Afton left before, like they just were like ships passing in the night?
Look,
like, what are we doing?
Look, I know what's going on, and I've said what's going on, and other people need to get up with the program. But national news media outlets are lying to the people of America by saying that Kamala Harris came to campaign for her. Kamala Harris, I cannot find a piece of video or audio evidence that she ever mentioned her by name. And that's intentional, Cameron.
It's weird.
It's very weird, and I'll tell you what my theory is.
What is your theory?
It's a theory supported by evidence, and it's evidence that I've received from at least one of the people I'm about to talk about. Who loves himself some Kamala Harris based on his appearance multiple times with her yesterday?
Pearson.
Jones.
Jones, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, you're right.
One of the Incredibles or whatever their names are.
the other Justin, yes. Justin Jones. He had his hair down,
Yeah,
which was
I saw the video.
also weird. So, because it looked like he was wearing it kind of looked like a blouse. Anyway, I didn't know. I said he might be transitioning. I don't know. Whatever. You know who hates Justin Jones?
Afton Bain.
Afton Bain. You know who hates Afton Bain?
Justin Jones.
Justin Jones. I don't think it was any mistake. This is an epic fail by the Democrat Party of Tennessee. It's an epic fail by the Democrat National Committee. Totally epic fail. And the mainstream media nationally, they're like, Kamala Harris campaigning for Afton Bain. No, she wasn't.
It's just so weird. I mean, and I took a lot of heat. Got a reader response telling me I'm awful for just pointing out that.
I've got that pulled up. I want to read it to everybody.
Yeah, it's sweet. But pointing out that Afton Bain is running for mayor of Nashville. She's running to the left of Stalin, and has the right campaign strategy. If you're truly competitive and want to win, is to run like a blue dog. And say, I'm so conservative, love the Second Amendment. I mean, go down the list. She's running the opposite of all that. And, oh, my goodness. I mean, I made a lot of progressives in Nashville cry, apparently, because they're like, how dare you,
Well, but don't they recognize that?
No.
I mean, they don't.
I had one person, I literally bet them. I said, here's the deal. I know you're upset. If she loses by, 8 points or more, you have to come out and publicly state that Cameron Smith was right and Afton Bain ran the wrong campaign. Mm-hmm. If she loses by 8 points or less, I will print off my column and eat it. And I'll do it on social media. And
You can do it here.
that individual would not take that bet. It was like, you're the worst. And I'm like, it's just a fair bet. Like,
I
come
think it's a
on, let's
great
go.
bet. I
And
almost would take that bet.
I'm
not going to, but I would.
But
Take it. I want to see him eat the paper.
My point is that, like, this is an R+20 district. What are you doing?
I don't know. See, and that's the one thing that I wanted to talk to you about. I don't know that it's Trump was R+20. Did Green get +20? I think he had the power of the incumbents.
21 and a half.
I think they set it up to be. I talked to a couple of people that said it was set up to be between +12 and +14 because they had to do that to turn 2 reds and a blue into 3 reds.
Sure, but when I say
you're just looking at past.
I'm just looking at the return. And Mark Green last time ran against a former mayor of Nashville with a lot of name ID. So the fact that he beat her by 21 and a half points.
It was tainted. She was kind of tainted goods, though. Come on.
I mean,
she was busy.
Bain's running around like, doxing ICE. I mean, their video, like.
she's putting up videos of herself putting out campaign signs as if this was Did you see this video? So she's like putting out a campaign sign, and then somebody pulls up in a car at a stoplight, And the person says, "Oh, go Afton, yay!" And she's like, "Yay!" And the woman says, "Wait a minute, are you Afton?" And she goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh my gosh!" She pulls around and gives her a big old hug, like it's a big deal. And I'm thinking, you're presenting this as such a wonderful thing when all I'm thinking is your campaign is so shoddy, you have to put out your own signs? My goodness gracious.
Literally, Matt Van Epps should just say what she said. That should be his campaign. What she said.
Right.
Whatever the things she's saying, because they're the exact wrong things to win. My only beef with the Van Epps campaign right now is I saw his yard signs, and they look like camouflage for deer season.
Yeah.
They're brown.
They're too busy?
No, you
They're
can't.
just too brown?
You can't see them. They blend in with the background of the fall.
Okay.
That's all.
Maybe he should put some turkeys in some yards.
Well, Matt Van Epps.
Turkeys for Van Epps.
Turkeys for Congress.
So the question then is, if we are in agreement that it's exactly the wrong approach, and it is exactly the wrong approach, and I gave you kudos for your article. I think you're right on. The only thing that hurts Van Epps is low turnout.
Yes.
Would you agree?
100%.
Because she's doing I guess she's made a political calculation, although I don't know that they go that deeply into this. But I suppose that it's a political calculation that we're going to try to drive our most ardent, hardcore, progressive supporters to the polls in numbers that can't be matched by the conservatives of the 7th Congressional District. So we're not going to add to our numbers. We're just going to hope that our numbers outpace your numbers when it comes to voting.
Well, they saw the primary totals, and it was separated by 5,000 plus
Yeah,
votes. Like,
right.
And they're like, "Oh, it's close." And well, okay, but one, still the Republicans were up, and then two, you've literally run the worst campaign imaginable. I mean, I just don't get, because let's be honest. You know her. I don't know her as well, but she's a likable person.
She's very likable.
There's a lot of positives there, and if you just said, I'm like a '90s Democrat, yay, then maybe. But the people you're going after are like sort of teetering communist.
Yes.
And that's just, there's not enough of those.
Well, and, someone suggested that perhaps it was her decision not to meet with Kamala Harris, not the other way around, because she recognized that that would be a net negative in the 7th Congressional District, to which I say, yeah, that same person would not have had David Hogg running around campaigning in her favor. David Hogg, who is the face of gun grabbers. He is the epitome of you do not need to have a gun to protect yourself because they're bad, guns are evil.
And didn't
I'm
the Democratic
anti-2A.
Party bounce him?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like, too liberal for the Democrats.
Right. Too compromised for the Democrats.
Jasmine
Yeah.
Crockett. I mean, like, are you serious?
And you had her, Jasmine Crockett, scheduled to come into town, and she did not bother to come into town. She did it virtually and blamed the weather.
Right. And it's just so bad.
It is bad. So the only thing that hurts Van Epps, and what I said earlier is, look, I understand that maybe Van Epps wasn't your guy. I understand if you're a little butthurt because of the compression of the time involved in the special election, and you're still butthurt over Lee Reeves or Gino Bolso or Jody Barrett. I get it. Or anybody else. But this versus that, there's no question if you consider yourself a conservative or a Republican,
Don't stay
what
home.
you need to do. You do not need to stay home and risk that.
Yeah, and I'll call out Jody. I want to be real clear about this. He lost. He got his butt kicked.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
And then did this tour about out-of-state money and stuff with the media. And I'm like, dude, out-of-state money backed you too.
Yes.
What are you doing? And I get it. It's not fun to lose an election, but you put your best foot out there. You got spanked. And then to act like, well, the people didn't know this stuff is silly.
Well, if you want to grump about out-of-state money, if you want to go on News Channel 5 or whatever television program he did, a 20-minute interview where Jody was moaning and complaining about how out-of-state money hurt him, in order for me to not call you a hypocrite, you have to mention, yes, I understand that at least $350,000 of out-of-state money in the form of the House Freedom Action Caucus Political Action Committee helped me and was directly helping me.
And I welcomed it and campaigned on it as a positive.
Yes. So you either then you become a hypocrite when you don't mention that.
Yeah. It's tough to lose. I get that. But, like, Van Epps one. The only thing I want really, other than better campaign signs, from Van Epps is I want to hear more from him.
Yes.
You know, he's standing next to a lot of people talking about him, like all the other politicians in Tennessee. But I want to know him more. I want to understand who he is.
I think he was on Dan's show today. Was he not on Dan's show today? I thought he was scheduled to be on Dan's show today. If he wasn't, something happened, because I think Dan told me he was. I think he's coming on Chad's show tomorrow. He's going to be on with us next Tuesday at 4
is he
o'clock.
your representative or
He
would
is
be?
not. Andy Ogles is my
Yeah, I
representative.
got Ogles too.
Yes, I'm going to have Charlie Hatcher on the show at some point. Charlie running against Andy.
Chocolate milk guy.
I hear that it's delicious chocolate milk. And if
Does
Charlie
Ogles
Hatcher,
have any chocolate milk?
I don't believe that he does.
Then it's over for me.
For me, here's what I would say about that. That I'm open to being bought with chocolate milk, but Hatcher better know to bring it when he comes in the
100%.
studio with me. And
100%.
I'm saying it here, and I'm not going to say it again, and I'm not going to ask him when we schedule it. But if Hatcher doesn't understand the benefit of bringing chocolate milk with him when he comes into the studio, then I don't think he's smart enough to be my congressman.
Don't you like that chocolate milk you have there?
What kind of chocolate milk?
Hatcher chocolate milk.
There.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah, that's Charlie Hatcher. Have you had Hatcher chocolate milk?
I have.
It's good.
What do you think about it, Jackson?
It's delicious. I hope he brings some.
Do you live in the 7th Congressional District?
I do not live in the 7th.
Do you live in the 5th?
Yes.
You don't know where you live, do you?
I live in the 5th.
Are you sure?
Yes.
He's been
All right, well,
wandering
then
around.
this is your boy.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Hatcher versus Ogles. So do you think your vote could be bought with chocolate milk?
I just produced the news.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Ken.
You can be honest, Jackson.
The answer is yes.
The answer is, for me, a clear yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Yeah, if this chocolate milk is up to the billing that I've been told it's up. I mean, everybody that's had it has said, I say, well, Barber's back in Alabama is really good stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, and they go, it's better than Barber's.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I like it a lot. I wouldn't be opposed to swimming in it. There are a lot of options. Just saying.
Let's get back to Afton Bain and the absence of that photo opportunity between Afton and Kamala Harris yesterday at the Ryman Auditorium in a moment. 24 after the hour, plus Nincompoops coming up. Cameron's in with us. Cameron and I will spit fire over the Epstein files and what might be coming out of that coming up in a couple of minutes, too. It's Super Talk 99.7 WTN. 37 after the hour. Super Talk 99.7 WTN, episode 928 of the Matt Murphy Radio Show continues. We are in progress. Cameron's in studio with us. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing well. We've got Ken Weaver back in News Closet B. We've got Jackson Williams in his position right there, controlling the experience, making sure that everything that comes out of our speakers sounds as good as humanly possible. We've got young, what did I call him? Huckleberry
Phineas.
Huckleberry Phineas T. Turkey.
Phineas Huckleberry.
Pardon me, Ken, you are correct. Phineas Huckleberry Tom Turkey in studio with us as well, and Cameron Smith. But I repeat myself.
Yep.
You know what I did there? So we've got Nincompoops on the way. Before we get to Nincompoops, this is kind of an unofficial Nincompoop, and I need to get to it.
It's a pretty great one.
It's pretty good. So Cameron wrote an article regarding the 7th Congressional District race. You don't do the headlines, do you? Somebody else does the headlines,
Yeah.
or do you do? Okay,
Somebody else.
But someone headlined it. Afton Bain dashes Democrats' 7th District hopes on progressive altar.
Oh, no, wait. That was my headline.
Oh, okay. Well, very good. It was a good headline, I thought. And the idea is what Cameron just presented, is that instead of, and I've said the same, and I gave you kudos when you wrote it, so I give credit where due, that she is a decent personality, and maybe, maybe it's to her credit that she chooses not to be someone she's not.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair, because if this who she is, then, well, there you go. And she's not going to win the 7th Congressional District. But instead of saying, hey, I don't mind your guns, instead of saying, hey, I'm more of a moderate Democrat, instead of presenting herself in a way that gives her a snowball's chance in hell of winning this election, she shows her true colors, and she's not going to win. And so Cameron writes his article, In response to his article, there was a letter to the editor written and published by Johnny Epstein. No relation.
Are we sure?
No relation that I know of.
Oh, okay.
Maybe some relation. Who knows? I don't want to. This is actually very much related to my nincompoop in the news, what we're talking about right now. So Johnny writes a letter to the editor regarding Cameron's stupid column. And this is what he has to say. At first glance, Cameron Smith's recent column strikes a sober and thoughtful tone. Don't fall for it.
He's sneaky.
Smith runs interference for MAGA. You know, there's one thing I think when I think Cameron Smith is, boy, oh boy, he's you're constantly running interference for Donald Trump.
Take that, all you people who call me a rhino.
Yeah, constantly.
Jerks.
Yeah, all of y'all that have called Cameron a never Trumper in the past, Johnny Epstein says you are wrong. Smith runs interference for MAGA by deploying a tactic called weasel wording.
Weasel wording.
Weasel wording.
That's good.
You know who uses weasel words?
I don't know.
Weasels.
Probably.
Weasel wording, using emotive yet uncommitted phrasing. I don't think that sentence means anything. He also fails to acknowledge the troubling pattern of Matt Van Epps, the Republican candidate for a 7 congressional district race. Van Epps remains passive when civic leadership is needed. Smith describes U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett as, quote, wildly confrontational, end quote. I think that's fair.
Can anybody argue with that?
Johnny Epstein can.
On Johnny Epstein.
And apparently, State Representative Afton Bain, who is running opposite Van Epps, is taking, quote, hard left positions on and, quote, actively trying to subvert immigration law enforcement actions, end quote. Meanwhile, he describes Van Epps as a leader and, quote, solid nominee, end quote. But Van Epps is no civic leader. And here's why. He has still not denounced President Trump's most appalling threats to democracy, pushing debunked election myths, supporting then opposing the release of a known child abuser's files. I guess he wrote this before he now supports it again. In which Trump is named more than 1,000 times. Wait a minute. How does he know that he's named more than 1,000 times if we haven't seen the files yet?
Johnny has a lot of time on his hands.
Johnny apparently has been counting. Pressuring the judiciary and Department of Justice to pursue personal grudges and personally netting tens of millions of dollars from the Saudi government while negotiating foreign policy. Regarding, quote, wild confrontation, end quote, has Smith been asleep during the last 10 years while Trump called his opponents vermin? Have you been asleep for the last 10 years, Cameron?
Not that I know of. Unless this is like a dream.
Opposing snap cuts and advancing grocery store exemption, as Bain has done, is hardly extreme. And on the matter of her supposed subversion of immigration law enforcement, if Smith reflected on the First Amendment, he would understand that filming and tracking law enforcement is a precious right that people must exercise to hold government agencies accountable.
Yeah, she was trying to let people know ahead of time where ICE was. I think that's probably as close as you get to subverting law enforcement.
Aiding and abetting. It's close.
You're not actually trying to, exercise your First Amendment right. You're trying to get them to not be able to enforce the law.
Well, Johnny Epstein says Bain is no savior, but conservatives in 2025 are bankrupt on civic courage. Van Epps' capitulation to MAGA cultism shows he's no exception. Smith is deceiving readers of this publication. I love it. I love everything about it. I like you, Johnny. Call the show anytime.
I want to know if Johnny can show me where Trump hurt him.
Somewhere.
Because he's not talking about Van Epps. He's like, if Van Epps doesn't denounce the most popular Republican in the country,
right,
he should not win.
He just says that, you're exactly right. He says that Van Epps is no leader because Van Epps doesn't hate Donald Trump like he does.
Yes. And so,
what?
He's used to a candidate that doesn't run a winning campaign, and so he's giving Van Epps counsel that would cost him the campaign.
Johnny Epstein, if he is an Afton Bain voter, is a demonstration that what your article said was exactly right.
Yes.
He confirmed your article in his retort.
Yes.
to your article.
And I always welcome people to do that. Like, if you read my stuff and you're like, he's weird, go for it.
0785 says he hurt him in his no-no place, which would have been his brain. Let's do some nincompoops in the news, shall we? Hey, 0008 writes in, I love you, 0008. Doesn't Cameron have a D in front of his name? See, Cameron is such a hidden Democrat. He doesn't even put the D behind his name. He puts it right in front of his name.
That is true, based on what my mom named me. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Democrat Cameron Smith.
Yep. That's what I've heard, big if true.
Maybe David, maybe Democrat. Who knows?
I've been trying to work my way back to conservative for years now.
Some say David, others disagree.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, forget what your mama named you. Forget what your license says.
Yeah.
I say Democrat.
I wildly, consistently conservative. I don't know what the rest of you guys are doing, but yeah, sure, whatever.
I know what we're doing. We're doing nincompoops in the news. Hey, Jackson, who won yesterday?
That would be me, friends.
Way to go, Brother Jackson.
I have to stop letting Jackson count the votes. Okay, Jackson, you take it away, buddy.
All right. Fisticuffs fly after failed sexual encounter in Florida.
It's fair. Typical, even.
After a planned threesome failed to materialize, a Florida woman became angry and pummeled her boyfriend in the face. An alleged attack witnessed by the woman who had been invited to the couple's residence for the encounter. According to investigators, Angel Lynn, 47, and her boyfriend invited a female friend to their Clearwater apartment Saturday evening to engage in sexual activity. However, the coitus plan was interrupted, cops say, when all parties declined participation. An arrest affidavit does not reveal why the try was left.
Foiled.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm really having to be careful with this. Following the declination.
What? Following
Declination? Declination?
It's declination. It's
Declination.
not. It's not what you said. It is most certainly not.
That is a Freudian slip.
If it was what you said, then this story wouldn't be here because it wouldn't have been failed. A declination's one thing. What you said is actually doing it.
Pretty sure.
After that happened, Angel Lynn allegedly became angry and repeatedly struck the 47-year-old victim in the face.
Her name was Angel Lynn?
Yes.
Yeah.
As he was sitting on the couple's living room couch. The female invitee, cops say, watched Curl strike the victim in the face with a closed fist multiple times after being read her rights. Angel Lynn denied hitting the man. She was arrested around 1:15 a.m. Sunday for domestic battery, a misdemeanor, and she was released from custody later that day on her own recognizance.
There was a declination.
Declination. That is what I said.
Yeah,
It's not, but
I heard
okay.
what you said. Thank you very much.
Man, that was good.
That's a pretty good. It's funny. I saw a video last night. It reminds me of your story, Jackson. It was two guys, and one guy's videoing himself, and the other guy's in the background. He goes, hey, fellas, I just want to tell you how brave my boy is here. He just said that he was gay, and he's come out of the closet, and I'm proud of him, and I'm going to support him. And the guy's like, what? No, what? What are you talking about? And he goes, no, I'm proud of my boy. He said it, and he's proud of it, and that's good. And he goes, no, I told you that my wife wanted to have a threesome, and I said no. And he said, it's the same damn thing. Anyway. Sorry. Cameron, your story, sir?
Yes. Police in Tallahassee, Florida, say a concerned neighbor called about a forklift in the street in the middle of the night. The neighbor even grabbed footage for police. Mm-hmm. The vehicle, very responsibly, had all of its lights flashing as it trundled down the street with a large object on its forks. When an officer arrived, the driver hopped out of the cab. The officer asked, "What's up, bro? What y'all got going on?" The ATM...
What's up, bro?
The ATM hauler offered, "I dropped this thing over here." He didn't finish his sentence, but he led the officer to the front of the forklift, and the ATM he had stolen had fallen off the forks. No sooner had the suspect rounded the machine than he took off in a sprint. The officer yelled for him to stop, chased him, and radioed in a description. And at the end of the video, you can see him lying on the ground. I told you to stop.
Yeah.
And so, that's a good idea. Steal the forklift, then steal an ATM with the forklift, but you'd better have a game plan after that. And this gentleman did not. It's a rough one.
That's a rough story. Mr. Weaver, yours, sir.
Naked man wreaks havoc in Banglamoong neighborhood, Thailand.
Banglamoon.
Banglamoong, Thailand.
There aren't any declinations in Banglamoon.
Well, we haven't heard yet, but
Oh, okay.
it might be in there. A quiet residential village in Hua Yai was thrown into chaos Thursday evening when a 55-year-old American man went on a destructive rampage while completely naked, wielding a golf club and shouting incoherently. The incident unfolded around 8:40 at a home where authorities responded to frantic calls from terrified neighbors. Police and rescue teams arrived to find the man, identified only as Mr. Rat, in an extremely agitated state, hurling stones, household items, while smashing windows at the village office. Witnesses described a scene of escalating mayhem as the suspect alternated between violent outbursts and moments of calm, at one point retreating inside before emerging to start a small fire near his property's perimeter wall. Quick action by firefighters who had preemptively stationed a water truck nearby, I guess they were ready for that, prevented the flames from spreading. Neighbors revealed this is not the man's first alarming episode, recounting a pattern of erratic behavior over time. He often walks around naked, swinging that golf club. One shaken resident told reporters, "We're scared. You never know what he'll do next." Authorities maintained a presence for hours until the situation stabilized, but have not disclosed whether the man will face charges or undergo psychological evaluation. Apparently, they didn't arrest him right offhand. They just watched him
Yeah, I mean,
to make sure it didn't get out of control.
good for them. They're trying to help the fella out.
Banglamoong.
Got to watch yourself in Banglamoon. Hey, I'm going to need a little video here. It might take a little finagling.
Oh, that's a
for you.
flag.
What do you mean that's a flag? I need some video. Wait, there's nothing that prevents video or audio from being played during Nincompoops in the News. I need some right now because I want to play my Nincompoop. I just want to let her speak for herself. Representative Jasmine Crockett.
Folks who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio. I just want to be clear. If this is the standard that we're going to make, just know we're going to expose it all. And just know that the FEC filings, they are available for everybody to review. This is absolutely ridiculous.
That's Representative Jasmine Crockett during a censure debate of Delegate Stacey Plaskett, who is from the U.S. Virgin Islands. She's not a voting member of Congress, but she's a delegate from the U.S. Virgin Islands, who had multiple text communication with Jeffrey Epstein, the Jeffrey Epstein. The people that Jasmine Crockett was naming, these are other Jeffrey Epsteins that gave political campaign donations to a variety of different politicians. None of them were the Jeffrey Epstein that died. None of them were the individual in question. As a matter of fact, the Jeffrey Epstein that gave money to Lee Zeldin gave money to Lee Zeldin after the other Jeffrey Epstein, quote unquote, killed himself. So Jasmine Crockett apparently needs to get better
Matt,
staff.
you need to give her a break. She said her staff looked it up quickly.
She did very quickly. All of these were different Jeffrey Epsteins, but you do you, boo. You do you. Representative Jasmine Crockett is my nincompoop for the day. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. You can vote Ken Weaver. You can vote for Jackson. You can vote for Cameron. Or you can vote for me. We're going to vote to do this right now on Super Talk 99.7 WTN, and we'll be back, and we'll talk about the Epstein files with Cameron coming up next.